Okay, so I've been back for a few hours after watching Faces of Death 2026. I had to take a little bit of time to kind of really let it swim around my head a little bit, to really kind of collect my thoughts and everything, because I'll be honest with you, for the first 45 minutes to an hour or so, I was ready to give it a thumbs up, say that it wasn't a bad horror movie, but then we got to the last half hour, and then some some decisions that were made by some of the characters, or at least some actions that were done, didn't sit well with me. I thought the couple things, I feel like the some fumbling of the ball along the way. Not to mention the ending for me. You know what? The ending felt highly derivative of another movie that I watched years ago, back in 2008 with Diane Lane, Untraceable, dealing with a cop who's trying to stop this one cyber killer who literally is killing people online live. And depending on how many people actually tune in, decides on how quickly the person who is being murdered, how quickly they get killed. There are a lot of beats during the ending of the movie that really feel like they were taken from that. So I don't know if it's more of a situation of it's more of a nod to the film, or if it's just them like a form of plagiarism. I'm not sure at this point. So for right now, I went from this to this. I'm undecided. I do need to give it another watch and just kind of see how it sticks on the second viewing. But for right now, I honestly, I didn't think it was that bad for what it was. I feel like the killer in this movie is one creepy son of a bitch, and I was more or less correct about the synopsis for the movie. The idea that what's happening is that there is a guy who is recreating certain little elements from the original Faces of Death from 1978, and killing people in similar fashions on just different deaths and whatnot. So interesting enough premise, if you ask me, but I feel like the ending execution just wasn't as good as I would have wanted it to be, so to speak. So that's really the best I can say. I mean, if you're a horror fan, I would say go see it, base your own opinion. If you're intrigued by the idea, the premise, or anything, feel free to go ahead and check it out. I don't think it's necessarily a necessity to go watch the original film before you watch this. I did it just because that's the kind of person I am. I like to watch previous films before I watch a current one. No big deal. But if you're interested in checking this movie out and you want to catch the original film before you go see it, it is, as of right now, this recording, it's on Tubi. So feel free to go give that a go. I understand there is a sequel. I'll give that a view down the road. But for right now, undecided. We'll see what the rest of the community thinks. But maybe I do a review, because it turns out some of the actors were a little bit more familiar to me than I thought they were. I didn't really, yeah, I was busy doing a few other things, so I didn't really go into the actors, the casting before I did the initial video. So that's on me. But yeah, definitely some familiar faces. And again, killer's creepy some bitch. So that's one of the biggest takeaways from this movie, I think. But see it for yourselves. If you do see it, let me know what you think, and maybe I don't do a video and a review in the future. I'm debating on it. We'll see.